Didn't do my mic, but there we go. We're live, everybody. We're here with Eberron, Tales from the Frontier on the GM table. And before we get into our recap and everything, we'll do the standard of character and player introductions. So I'm going to go for the usual clockwise, starting at my right. I don't know right. I'm a moron. But we'll do who are you? Who is your character? And what's your plan on the next thing you want to do? And we're going to start with Hina. Helps if you're not muted.
Yeah, no, I know. My thing didn't want to do it. Hi, my name is Hina, and on Twitch I'm known as GM Hina. I have two campaigns that I run over there. I have a City of Mist one and Dragon Age one. So if you want to check that out, come on over. But here I play Dreamer, a Warforged. And as far as plans for next, I don't know. Dreamer spaces out, so Dreamer just goes where she's led right now.
All right. Well, then heading down, we have Andy.
I am Andy. I am playing Cora, the healer, with a sick and elderly father who he totes along with him. I am currently in this town with my friends, where we've dropped off dwarvish miners. In real life, I play on Hina's channel as well as Bobby's channel from a couple of times, actually.
A couple times. I think you've done like 40 episodes, if not more.
Right. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, continuing around the circuit, we have Tommy.
Hi, I'm Tommy. I'll be playing Ix, the troublemaker. Pardon the dog. And everyone gets 2 rerolls. Because the poll.
Yes. Give the poll. So we have some stuff heading in. And we'll explain how all that works after we do introductions for anyone who might be new. But continuing around, we have Bunny.
Hi. Hi. I'm playing as Eleanor Galathus, and she is a great shadow sorceress. I'm going to get it eventually. She's a shadow sorceress, and she is working alongside some of these fellows as they work for the same goblin scum. And she's a writer. And her role in the group, I think, is the darkly romantic. It's like, romantic, but depressingly so. I think that's what I'll call it.
All right. And then finally, we have Clyde.
Clyde, I'm playing Gork, the Goblin Bard. And I think primary on Gork's mind is getting a handle on these kobolds. It's going to be interesting.
All right. And now, since we have introductions, we'll get into the meat of how you can get involved as viewers, since Tommy's already apparently tipping for everybody to get rerolls. Every so often it's going to come up on screen anyways, but if you want to help affect the game, every 100 bits you tip, if I don't cough, every 100 bits you tip can give one player a reroll. If you tip 500 bits, you give one player a hero point. Hero points are very powerful. They're from the DMG. And if you subscribe, everybody, all the players at least, get a hero point. Then there's the other thing. Tommy's already activated it twice. Up there is our monthly goal. I don't anticipate us to hit it, but some months we do. Every time that's divisible by 5, I draw from this box. There's good things, there's bad things. I'd also like to remind you, These two are still being held on from last week.
I forgot about those. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize.
Are you?
I'm
Are you
so sorry.
sorry?
I really
Are you?
am. I am.
As he clips
All
like
right.
hell. Oh no.
All right. This will come up when it's applicable. This is going to give everyone a free reroll. You get one more reroll. And because my dog's been sick, I didn't make more cards for the box. So when we're using cards, I'm putting them back in the box. All right. So as we, or several of us had kind of alluded to, this group is actually a group of, I want to say you're all writers, but you all work. Oh, we have a subscriber, so everybody gets a hero point. Mark those down.
2 hero points. There's
Ooh.
2 subscribers.
Oh, we have 2 subscribers. Oh, how fancy. We're 2 subscribers away from 15 points and having to commission Great Hina right here for a new emote for
Me?
our users.
Oh, me?
Oh, yeah. It's not like you typically do the art for our games or anything.
What? Me?
What?
What?
But as I was saying, all of these fine adventurers, we're going to use that term loosely for now, work for a newspaper. It's more like a weekly tabloid pulp magazine called the 10-Day Eberron. We have writers. We have Smith, who works on the printing presses. We have some bodyguards. We have a healer. And we just have someone who's related to the family that owns the company. You all were given this opportunity where there was a lead that deep in the Kubara jungle, like massive load of dragon shards was discovered. The company that found it was sending a bunch of miners up there to help with kind of the campsite they had built. You took the job to escort those miners, and hey, 17 out of 20 made it, which, since you were level 1, is pretty dang good odds. You're now up in this kind of ramshackled mining camp. They're slowly building up. This seems like it's a big enough haul that this may become a town. But at this point, it's still just a company-owned location that has so much going on. They're going to need the facilities of a town. None of them are built yet. You guys had asked about the inn. The inn is still being built. The tavern's still being built. But you were basically given the option from Thimble, the gnomish secretary who's working in this area, of you can head back. Your job's done. You can kind of hang around town, see what's going on. Eventually, a shipment of shards will have to leave. You could maybe get work escorting the shards. You do know at least one of the locations they were carving out. They can't right now because all the miners that go in keep and winding up with a bad case of the dead. So that's a potential job as far as she alluded to. You guys hadn't dug deeper. And you could just ask around. This is probably about 2 to 3 dozen people here. So it's already a small community if anyone else has things going on and stuff. It's mostly dwarves because, I mean, it's a dwarven mining company. They're going to hire their own. But as you know, Thimble's a gnome. You probably have a few humans going around because humans just kind of show up everywhere. They're like fleas. Odds are there's at least 1 or 2 casters around here because this is dealing with dragon shards. So people who know magic are probably working here in some capacity. But we left off wide open for you guys to figure out what you want to do. Totally planned for that, I swear.
Uh-huh.
I did. I spent like 10 minutes with adventure generators and picking out the ones I liked.
Well, Sammy and Tark need to pick who conviction goes to.
Yes.
Y'all
No,
met.
they subbed. Subs, it goes to everyone.
Oh, all right.
Yes. If you
Not a
do
problem.
500, one person gets a hero point. If you do a sub, everybody gets it. And Tommy called it conviction because in Savage Rules, it's conviction. They're both official rules in their respective book.
I'm
I
sorry.
was going to bring up, they're both official rules in their respective books, and they do almost the exact same thing. They both add a d6 to a roll. So you're fine.
It's freaking conviction, yo.
All right, I'm gonna go counterclockwise. Gork, what do you? Is there anything you want to look into? Any work you want to try and find?
I would like to try to get more information about that temple.
Yeah. Given what's going on, and since you're we're talking to Thimble about it, she kind of opened up. You really don't have to find out too much. This is an actual dungeon. Uh, the info she'll tell you, she can tell you where it is. That there's from what they can tell, there's a bunch of lizard folk in there. Beyond that, they don't know too much. It's some kind of like sunken swamp temple. They know of one entrance, which has become kind of a choke point that the lizard folk are pretty much killing anybody that goes in. It's more or less in the thick of this dragon shard deposit. And since it's a temple, there's a good chance they're guessing that the lizard folk may be hoarding dragon shards. She's willing to pay you guys 100 gold each for going in, clearing out the whole place, and anything that's not a dragon shard, you can keep. All right. Laura, because I'm used to having your character names up at top, and I looked, I was like, wait, Laura's not your character name. Eleanor. No, it's fine. Eleanor, what are you wanting?
Let's see. Let's go with I think she's going to be kind of interested in trying to find out more information about the actual ruins, like if anybody has any historical information first. But
Nice.
she's definitely down for going temple diving, because it would make a great story. Nice headline is what she's thinking. She wants center stage, I
All right.
guess.
So you can give me an investigation check to do your, standard reporter sleuthing, asking around to see what you might find. And one of our cards gets to kick in. Give yourself a +2.
Yay! Okay.
You're the first one to do something that actually needs a roll, so you get the +2 to the next roll.
Nice. Well, I definitely needed that.
Now you can spend a hero point to add a d6, or you could spend a reroll to reroll. Unless you think a 12 is good enough.
It's not. Let's add on the d6.
Right. Just do a flat d6 roll. We can do basic 3rd grade math. Hey, that's let me get out my finger, 17. So yeah, you beat the DC was 15. You find a sage that has been working for Krim Enterprises. And he is the guy who was kind of the historical sage for this area. He had all the info they've been collecting. He knows tons of languages, so he's been deciphering rubbings and stuff. You get 2 important pieces of information. The first, it is definitely a temple dedicated to someone called Necroon. No idea who that is.
Do we also know how it's spelled, for...
I mean, in English, it's spelled Necroon. It would actually be in Draconic, but,
C.
Necroon. Only one C.
Oh, so it's like a less yummy macaroon almost, but not at all. Never mind. Let's go.
One that comes back to life.
Yeah.
A Necroon. The other thing you will know is you don't know what it is, but you do know that in the next couple days, this sage, you would have gotten his name of Edius. He is a half-elf. He is looking to get out of here. Something has spooked him. And he has something about the size of a bowling ball wrapped up in fabric.
He does? Oh, so,
He does.
suspect.
All right. Ix, what are you wanting to do about finding info? Anything you want to try and look into?
All right. I'm gonna go into town. Well,
All right. Yeah.
what
Hey,
town there is?
you step outside into the dirt they cleared.
Yeah,
You're good.
exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna ask around with the artificers in town.
Yeah. Give me
For
either
general work.
Yeah, give me either an investigation or a persuasion.
Well, I'm gonna use investigation because yeah. $16.
All right. A 16. Looking around, most of the machinery coming in right now is still pretty new. So it's not needing extra hands on deck. Krim has specialists and all, but with a 16 asking around, first of all, you will be the first to talk to the barkeep, even though there isn't an inn yet. There's kind of a dwarven ale lemonade stand where the inn will go.
That's hilarious. Okay.
With an old dwarf with a single eye. Everybody just calls him Pops. And he points you in the direction of, well, let me. Well, you're a human, right?
Excuse me.
That's right. Tommy always plays human.
What? No, I'm a half elf.
Oh, you're pointing to headphones, Tommy. It's not like there's ears there. Okay, so you're a half elf. So he'll be a little cagey about it, but if you can demonstrate that you are an artificer, he'll at least be like kind of warm up to you to the fact that maybe you're not too elven in the forefront. You got more human than elf in you.
We had a long rest last night, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna activate my other device, my infusion.
Yes. But with that, he will say, "Oh, yeah, I didn't hear it from me, but one of the artificers goes by the name Ziri. She's been talking about, apparently she took this job for other reasons. She's looking for a codex of one of her colleagues on an airship that may have crashed nearby."
Codex?
Yeah, codex. So a big old book of recipes.
All right. Make sure it's
recipes, schematics, all of that stuff.
Gotcha. Codex.
Yeah. The random adventure generator made it a codex, but I was like, that's actually a really cool name for artificers to call their formula books, since wizards have grimoires. It just fits.
Go find her. She's in town,
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah, you can. If you go find her, I do need a persuasion check from you since you're half elf. These are kind of racist dwarves. I mean, they do just straight up hate elves. You're not an elf, so you got a chance.
I'm going to use a hero point.
All right. Let's say a hero point or a reroll.
A reroll, pardon.
Gotcha. Ooh, well, that was worth it. So Ziri's there, and she's half. You rolled well enough. She seems just completely distraught, like giving up on her kind of side job of why she actually came out here. And she's just that kind of drunk where she's the person in the bar telling all the exposition you need. And to anyone who will hear, and you want to hear, so you'll be there and you overhear, and you don't even need to take a job from her to know that she is looking for her brother's airship that went down because they tried to sail through the Sea of Rex. You can give me a history check to see if you know what the Sea of Rex are.
I'm not trained in that, but I'll still roll.
Hey!
16.
16 is good enough. You need a 15. The Sea of Rex, you definitely wouldn't know like hints of why this happens, but the Sea of Rex is kind of like the Cubaran airspace Bermuda Triangle. It is a chunk of Kubara where airships, if they chart a path through, they don't come out. Most intelligent airship captains will not sail through that region now. It's been known for a few decades at this point. But the occasional person who's desperate, who really needs to cut time, or maybe on the run from people who's brazen enough to think they'll get through, but whoever's following them won't, do cut through. But there is definitely something in that region that makes every airship, at least that anyone knows about, if someone's made it through, no one's talked about it. Every airship people know of crash in that region, which legend says it is a jungle full of airship parts and treasure. Because airships don't fly with empty hulls. That's an expensive piece of machinery to not be using to carry stuff.
Agreed. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna leave it there.
So next up we have Cora. Cora, what were you wanting to do? Wow.
Cora is always looking for answers in a kind of magical history sort of way for the morning and the mists.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this temple, if it seems old enough, he's going to look into the history that he knows about this area and what it could be.
Yeah. Eleanor, would you have shared the info you have about the
Yeah.
name to Cora? Awesome. Then you don't need to look that up, which means, Cora, you can just give me a history check, given your background, if you know of anyone named Dracun or Necroon.
It's Sauron.
Don't do any of that Tolkien stuff. Nah.
Man.
So, Andy, I need you to roll history.
Oh, sorry. I thought you wanted her to roll it.
No. You're the one looking into the history, so your ability to do that.
Can I re-roll that?
You have re-rolls. You can spend a re-roll.
I'm gonna spend a re-roll.
I have it check what you roll. Oh yeah, not even crit fail.
Yeah.
Oh, much better. You have heard of Necroon. Necroon was essentially a royal advisor that was kicked out of the kingdom about 200 years ago for, in the non-subtle world of D&D, you might guess, necromancy. No one knows where he fled to. Basically, think of like Jafar from Aladdin being defeated and then just GTFOing out of Agrabah. That's basically what happened with Necroon, only he didn't get to become a genie first.
What
And if this
he's killing people in the mines?
could be, as far as they know, it as far as the company thinks it's lizard folk, but necromancy it could be. Right. With that, we will shift over. What would Dreamer be doing with this like free time? You guys figure out your next course.
With Dreamer being with their backstory and their stance on lizard folk, they're not too excited to deal with that. Given their past 2 years being awake. So they're gonna try and get their mind off of it a little bit and instead start to look more into maybe finding a little bit more about where they come from, because they really want to start learning about who made them and where they could find out more about what their purpose was during the war.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
It is a high DC for this, but it's possible. It's a DC 20.
Ah, Okay, I'll try.
Is that even possible? Are you rolling a negative modifier?
No, it's not a negative modifier. There's just no modifier.
Okay. Hey, you got a 5% chance.
Yeah. I'll try one more time with a reroll, but if I
Okay.
can't find it, I'll just assume that
Yeah.
they get frustrated. It's only an 11,
Yeah.
so no.
All right. Yeah. So you're looking around, you're not finding any ties to that stuff here.
Mm.
So with that done, we're gonna kind of assume, at least in the evenings, there's not a lot of things to do. So everybody kind of hangs out at Pop's ale stall. And you guys can share any info you have and figure out your next course of action.
Eleanor is going to come running over to the others if they're already gathered with her notebook in hand and say, guys, I think I caught a break. And I know what we're going to do. We're going to pull off the most amazing, magical, heist-like flim-flam sort of situation. We're going to do it, guys. I know that one of these stages, they have something that they stole at the temple, most likely. I'm not 100% sure, but there's enough room to reason that we could totally take it and that they're not supposed to have it. So we should totally take it and figure out a lead, especially for this temple whole thing, you know? Like, it's going to be a really big story. What if this is potentially the start of the end of the world?
Dreamers kind of just tilt their head up a little bit. They were probably sitting there a little bit discouraged that they couldn't find anything, and they're just going to tilt their head to the side.
Yeah, I found a job too.
Is it as exciting as stealing stolen temple thingamajiggers?
Which of these makes the most money? I'm working an angle here.
I would ask which one doesn't work with the lizard folk. I'm fine with that one.
This one's definitely not working with lizard folk because it's stealing. I mean, borrowing.
Are you really going to give it back?
Never.
We were going to give it possibly back to the temple when we die in it. You know, because we're going to steal it from that guy who stole it.
I will be satisfied with whatever job we pick as long as we do not have to deal with lizard folk. That is all I request.
Deal with as in you don't want to kill them or you don't want to work alongside. Oh, you mean the kobolds. Right, those stinky little bastards. Right, okay. Yeah, I don't think this has anything to do with them.
Dreamer's gonna stay silent and look away.
Yeah, do you remember you guys have like a mini kobold camp just outside of town? Except Squish. Squish is always with Gork.
Oh, Squish is allowed in the camp?
So
if it's a squire, yeah, you can. It's one. They're not worried about it.
Does understand that her mission includes clearing out a temple full of lizard folk, correct?
Well, we're robbing a sage first. Key point there, right? So we're stealing to find out some additional stuff, see what was worth taking out of, getting some information, you know, and then we'll decide if we go into the dungeon first.
I do not think I am all right with stealing in the first place, but the fact that there is also lizard folk to deal with, I am doubly not excited for this.
No, it's technically not stealing, Dreamer, because he stole it. We're just taking back stuff he stole. I just used
So we are going to return it.
I mean, that would require us going into the dungeon, but if you want to go, I'm down. It would make a great cover story.
I hope we get reimbursed if we're going to return
Whose job makes more money, Bobby?
Well, only one of the jobs has a specific, you will get paid this amount. The rest are determined on the value of unknown quantities. I mean, your job is going, you haven't like specifically worked out any deal with Ziri. She's just giving you the info of this thing. You may be able to get her to pay you to like escort her, but that's just based on, you know, whatever the value of this codex is. Eleanor's is based on basically the value of whatever this unknown item is. And The temple is whatever you find in the temple plus 100 gold each.
Wait, so what exactly are the metrics for Tommy's little thing?
All he knows is he has to get to the Sea of Rex, which is going to be several days of travel in the jungle,
Oh,
and
hell
then
no.
find a shipwreck and find a book in the shipwreck. And this is a field of shipwrecks.
That sounds like something we should do on our way out rather than,
Okay.
I will tell you, it's going in the opposite direction of leaving.
No,
is
I
going-
mean, we're done here, like,
Yeah.
we didn't
make a little
technically
loop
get
around.
a deadline.
Yeah.
We didn't technically get a
Yeah.
deadline.
More just, it's going deeper in, not heading back towards it.
All right. Well, in that case, yeah, agreed. You should do that other job.
Yeah, I mean, what is the point of delivering the miners if they're just gonna die in the mine? So
I say, as of right now, they're not sending more miners into that temple. They're just clearing up other regions. But they want the temple cleared because it's more places they can send miners.
Yeah, and it helps Dreamer do her, what's it called? You done fucked up? What was it called?
My anti-fuck up.
Oh, that
called?
thing. Yes, that.
Yeah, we're going to need a lot of that.
Yeah.
I don't believe that I've been doing well at that so far.
We're all here in one piece. I haven't lost any limbs and I haven't lost any books.
Practice makes
fantastic.
perfect.
That too.
They're going to just kind of nod a little bit. I will not be excited for this mission, but I will go where I am needed.
All right. Well, it does sound like you guys are looking to head into the temple.
Well, not exactly.
Sad
right?
Dreamer.
I
I was going to say,
shake down the sage first.
or are you guys looking to figure out what the sage has on him?
Sage first.
sage first for sure.
So what's your guys' game plan? At this point, it's probably late. It's after dark. Like, this is when everybody's like kind of congregating and stuff.
Well, we got tents and stuff, right?
Yes, you guys have tents. Edius, the sage, actually has like a large.
Yeah, I didn't buy a tent because Streamer doesn't need one anyway because they don't sleep.
Right. I have a tent too, so, but I don't know why because I don't sleep.
Well, you can pitch it up on your wagon and cover your dad from the elements.
Yeah.
Covered wagon.
Right. So if that's the case, what is your guys' game plan with Edius? Are you guys gonna confront him socially? Is someone gonna try and sneak into his tent and find out what this item is?
We could technically do two friends, right? I can go chat him up. We'll talk books, nerd things, and
You do know he's looking to try and hire protection to escort him back to the city.
To the city? Oh, well.
Because that's how you know he's like trying to get out of town. He's like, anybody want to help me get out of town
Well, I
alive?
guess we could try talking him out of it.
It'd be a shame if he got like a day's travel out of town and then got ambushed by kobolds and his defenses turned on him. That would be terrible.
That's a good point.
That would be terrible.
That's funny.
X begins beating the underbrush looking for defenses.
So maybe we could talk him into telling us about what he experienced in the temple, and then we go from there.
Okay. Who all's going in to talk to him?
I'll go with Eleanor since it's just talking.
Yeah, Gork would like to go.
And I'm gonna work on getting some sort of camp set for the evening.
Okay.
I'm gonna help Andy.
All right. You guys set up camp. Those who are heading into Edius's tent, you find this half-elven, very slender man in a kind of a slightly dirty linen shirt and a purple vest and some brown slacks. Just kind of milling around, notices you come at just, oh, you! I remember seeing you earlier. Did did you bring friends? Are you here looking for the work I mentioned?
We're not leaving right this moment since we
Well,
also
yes,
need.
it is evening.
But if you need some assistance, we would be more than happy to escort you on our way out. We just
Oh,
need to help
yes,
deal with.
I'm sorry. I yeah, I very much do need assistance.
Sir, what troubles you? Dreamer's
Oh,
going to tilt their head to the side. You seem
well,
very upset, and I'm concerned for your well-being.
yes. Well, they say a bit too much time in the jungle. Things like that. It's a
I'm not
it's
sure. I apologize. I do not know much.
this is the longest I've been away from the university. They said it would be work experience, and well, it's been an experience.
What is the university?
Yes. I I am a how would they say? I am a transfer from the Arcane University of Sharn.
What? That's really far.
Yes. I mean, such a fabulously wealthy dragon shard deposit. They needed someone with some expertise and knowledge of history of the Kubara region, and there's quite few of us who've done it. But I did my dissertation on Kubara, so I know a bit about the region. It's not quite the same as in the books. Ah,
I see. So it is just because you have been out of the city. There is nothing pursuing you?
no, nothing. He kind of stops and nothing should be pursuing. I would hope. Um, it's a
If
rather
I can
odd
assist in
question.
any way to at least calm you, I would like to see you at least somewhat more relaxed.
I have sedatives. Psh. Oh god, that'd be such a great use of the sleep spell. Anyways, no, yes, it is a touch of the nerves. I'm willing to pay 1,000 gold for anyone who can get me to Wyvern's watch. Yes, that was the name of it.
That's a
Call it a
lot
city.
of gold.
Do note
My
you were being offered 100 each for the temple, so it's basically double the pay of the temple.
And he doesn't need to leave right this second either.
I mean, the sooner the better, but I
Mhm.
could probably take a couple.
Yeah, I don't think we'd probably be leaving in about a day or two.
Anyone here can give either perception or insight, whichever is your better skill.
You said which or perception?
Perception
Insight.
or insight.
Everyone except for me and Andy.
Yeah, everyone. 13, 12. Ooh, a 16. Dreamer. That's hilarious that Dreamer's the one that would notice this. First of all, when you asked if anything, would be following him or bothering him, it was almost as if he hadn't even thought something would be following him yet. That it definitely struck a chord, but he was honest in that I don't think anyone's following me. But the fact that he was like, that's probably a possibility eventually kind of clicks. And you would also notice every so often he keeps glancing back at kind of a pile of rags nestled between two pillows. It's about yay big.
Dreamer's just probably going to stare at it for a moment and kind of tilt their head to the side, just looking at it.
So, Gorka's going to ask him if he's having trouble sleeping. He seems really agitated.
So it's, I mean, we all sleep, but yes, a good night's rest is, as they say, very hard to come by in Kupara.
I could help you. get some rest. I could magically enhance your sleep.
Give me a persuasion check.
How about a deception? Because I've got
Okay.
bad intent.
Yeah, you do have bad intent. Deception would qualify. The DC is a 16.
How about a 22?
Oh.
You should, I probably shouldn't. It's been quite a while. And next to you, Gork is just, he's real good at it, sir. Yeah. Oh, he has absolutely no pigmentation. There's no way he would survive in. You must be a kind soul. Yes, of course.
Squish for the win.
And I'm going to have him lay down, and then I'm going to try to cast sleep on him.
All right. Let's see if you have a strong enough sleep for his hit points. Let's see what his hit points are. You got a good chance.
Okay, how do I... Okay, 5d8.
Ooh, okay. You have to max this. You need a 40.
Nope, not even close.
And you kind of do that. It's quite relaxing. Since he already wants to sleep and he's not fighting it, I would say that's easier. So it helps him start to nod off, but he is not under the magical effects of sleep. It just helps him go to a natural sleep.
Okay. I'm going to stay and watch as long as that's okay with you. We wouldn't want anyone to ambush you.
Yes. Oh, I thought you were a kind soul. I think he bought it, sir. All right. He drifts off. With a 22, he's believed you for now.
I would like to peek and see what he has.
All right. I'm going to quickly check a spell. First of all, double checking. Third level spells, so you could definitely cast this. Ooh, good. What is his save? These are things that would be really good if I knew. It'd be really good if it was on the stat block also. All right. What's his proficiency modifier? Int is 1. Wow, he has a big proficiency modifier. Oh no, he just has double his proficiency for int saves. Wow. Okay. So +3. So +3, that's 6, +8 is 14. There we go. So I think this is it would help if I look at spells and not NPCs. I think this is a wisdom save. He has a glyph of warding on there, so it's going to activate another spell when you open the blanket.
Okay. So I do a wisdom save then?
Target must make a wisdom saving throw. If you have any bonuses against being charmed, it'll kick in.
11.
Ouch.
This is fine.
So you go over, you lift the thing, arcane ward goes off, and you are hit with suggestion. The suggestion that implants in your mind is, there's nothing important here.
Okay, I'm going to turn to the others. I assume you are still here, Dreamer and Eleanor, right?
Yeah, Dreamer's still kind of looking towards the rags, just kind of pondering a little bit.
Gork turns to you and says, "Oh, there's nothing important here. I think that we should let this gentleman be."
Are you certain? He was looking at it quite
Dreamer, give me an insight check.
Sure. I want to use my reroll. Got better than that. Yeah. I'm not that much better, I guess.
Not that much better. All right. Eleanor, if you're trained in insight, you can use an insight check as well.
Okay.
I just had Dreamer go first because she made the
Wait.
successful insight checker.
My fantasy grounds just crashed.
Oh man.
Yeah, it says you lost connection.
Yeah, I double clicked on insight. Oh gosh.
Fantasy Grounds does not want you to do an insight check.
Fantasy Grounds is like, no, you ain't gonna see this. Would you like me to roll for you, or are you about to get back on? Oh, okay. Looks like you're coming back.
Okay.
Ooh, my Fantasy Grounds almost crashed.
Yeah.
No joke. It changed resolution for a second, then came back.
Yeah, that's what happened for me. Yeah, right before it crashed.
It broke Fantasy Grounds. We're all doomed.
God.
It's the magical item. It's not us.
Oh, once you know what this item is, you're gonna be like, oh my.
Okay.
Also, while this is going on, I need everyone to give me a stealth check with advantage.
Yeah. Can I use my reroll for that?
Yeah, you can use your reroll for that.
Everyone has two rerolls. Two rerolls.
Okay, 15.
All right. Your insight is high enough to tell. Oh, advantage is. Oh, God. Dreamer just rolled a 1. Are you using a reroll on that, Dreamer? I don't know if you have any. Or are you going with? Or are you going with that 1 stealth?
No, I ain't going for that 1.
Okay.
No.
She's been banking them.
I've been banking them. I got 4 hero points and 3 rerolls. Now I have 2 rerolls.
Eleanor, you can tell Gork kind of has that like hollowness to his voice of being charmed.
Yeah, she's like, oh, you know what? That's a good point.
That's not the right one. What happened? Something happened here.
You broke it.
I broke it.
It's still your dex.
Yeah, there's no change or penalty, so it's just 0. Still,
That hand,
still
so 12.
It's better than a 1.
Whew. His passive was an 11.
Woo!
So you guys don't wake him at this point.
She's gonna say, you know what? How about you help Dreamer walk outside softly? I'm gonna pick up my notes while you go do that.
Yeah, there's nothing valuable here. I don't need to spend more time here. Yeah. And I'm gonna say, Dreamer, let's go outside.
Dreamer's gonna kind of look at Eleanor and then step out slowly, but kind of like double take a little bit as they step out.
Could I use an Arcana roll for? Wait. So she watched him go over to the whatchamacallits.
Yeah.
And he apparently seems to be under some sort of magical compulsion.
Yeah.
So she knows that this is definitely pretty strong.
I mean, you can give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I could potentially give you. Also, while we're making these rolls, for those who aren't aware, we are also using the Twitch channel points, which means if you've been watching, you may have earned enough points to give somebody a reroll. We finally have a way to alert people of it. So if you were there and were one of the 2 people who bought rerolls last week that didn't, we have course corrected that. Those happened on our Wednesday game, so we haven't announced those yet because I want them to go to the games people paid. Oh. Hey, Tommy, you're a super fan.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm sorry.
It's lies.
Berserk elf weapon is a super fan.
Yeah, lies.
All right, and Clyde in chat, you can say who you want to give the reroll to. Eleanor.
I'm actually going to get one for everyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you have enough points for it, man, go. Do the thing. Eleanor, what'd you roll?
A 13.
Okay, a 13's high enough. There is a chance it's the magic item. But a 13's high enough that you already know about some like common 3rd level spells. And there's a 3rd level spell called Arcane Ward, which lets you cast it on an object and basically give a trigger for it. The spell itself, all it does is hold and then cast a spell of 3rd level or lower. But you do know there are spells of 3rd level or lower you could put into an Arcane Ward that could also do what happened to This guy is a
Right.
sage, so he may know that level of magic. That also
Right.
means if he knows 3rd level spells, he's like a 6th level character or higher.
Right. And since it's also an arcane ward, it doesn't indefinitely hold the
No, if it is
spell.
arcane
It does.
ward, it's a one shot. Once it goes off, it's gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So she would definitely know. Okay, so she would. Oh, this actually offers a decent like mind game that she can play with this. So she is going to go ahead and carefully check the item.
Okay. So give me a stealth check with advantage. All you need is an 11 or better. That's fine. You can just roll twice. Oh, you're good.
So
You're fine anyways.
I was only able to give 2 rerolls that way, so I'm going to give them to Cora and Eleanor.
All right.
Thank
So I'm going to show an image of the item.
Okay.
A large green orb with dragons on it.
Right.
You
So
can
she's
give me a
going-
history or arcana check to know what this is. It is a DC 20.
Okay, I'll go with the arcana check. 19.
All right. Not enough to know what it is, but it's close enough for you to go, this is a magic item. This isn't just a magic item. This is like a fucking legendary magic item. This is incredibly powerful, incredibly rare. You can't quite remember what it does, but it's got dragons on it, so it probably has something to do with dragons. Yeah, you may have just like peeked open a briefcase and found a magical IED for all you know.
Steal it now.
No, what she's going to do is she's going to wrap it back up because she knows that once that guy wakes up, he's going to know that the arcane ward was triggered, and he knows specifically who they are, right? So she knows that because he was able to cast a spell that high, he would be able to gun for them really, really fast. So she's going to wrap it up, and she's going to make sure to blame the kobold and say that the kobold tumbled into it, accidentally opened it, and then they made sure to leave everything as it was and just left to make sure the kobold doesn't cause any
Yeah,
damage.
a 13 with common enough spells means if he knows both of them, if he's a powerful enough sorcerer or wizard or whatever you may be to cast arcane ward, he's also powerful enough to cast fireball.
Yeah.
So
So she's just making sure to definitely like cover their backs with this, right? So she knows what it is, but she doesn't have to act like she actually knows. So she's gonna then leave. Like I feel like I would want to leave a note, but she also doesn't want to leave a note because someone else could find it. So she'll just make a note to come visit, or she'll just say like, no, she'll just leave it because she knows that he'll be able to come find her anyway. So she'll leave it as it is and just leave. It's always tricky with these sages. You never know like what level of like temperamental they're on.
He definitely seems twitchy.
When Eleanor comes back out of the tent, I'm going to tell her that I really don't. I'm not interested in this job. I'm not going to risk my life for some guy's trinket.
We're all the way back at the kobolds, man.
No, I was with Eleanor.
He just went. He's been there. He was with them. He left the tent.
I'm just outside the tent, yeah.
She's like, what are you talking about?
Well, the job escorting this guy. Like, I don't want to go through jungle to like defend his little worthless trinket.
Who said he wants us to defend his worthless trinket? He just wants us to defend his worthless self.
I guess. And
he's a very strong mage, so, you know, having a favor from a mage might save your bacon later.
Yeah, that's valid. We can talk with the rest of the group about it.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot to talk about. That's what she's gonna say. She's gonna quickly walk them back.
All right. So you guys reconvene.
Me and the kobolds hunted something while they were gone.
That's fine.
That's
Give me a survival check. See how big of a thing you
Oh
get.
God.
You'll have advantage because you had the kobolds helping.
Advantage. All right.
Yep.
I made some jungle frog meat kebabs.
All right. Yeah, you actually made the survival check on knowing how to cook jungle frog last round or last session. So yeah, you just can. All right, what we get? 13.
13,
That's
yeah.
actually decent. You come back with probably like a boar or something. A jungle.
When they show up, we're frying jungle boar. Shouldn't it be like giant sloth?
Who's ready?
Not on the roll you got. It wouldn't be enough meat.
Fair
Or
enough,
the
fair
sloth
enough.
would be like too much meat. Also, you don't want to face a giant sloth, man. Their initiative might suck, but when they hit, it's a freight train.
True.
All right, so you guys reconvene. Gork's there, probably yammering about, I don't want to take this job. It's all worthless.
Eleanor's
Dreamers.
gonna walk over and say, "Hello, my little uglies," and she's like, "Guys, we need to talk."
Yeah,
You just called us ugly, but okay.
Not you, the kobolds. We can't, just greet you guys and ignore them. I mean, they still have brains somewhere, though.
Yeah. Run from the female kobolds. I'm gonna say in Draconic.
All right, here's the thing. Eleanor, give me an intimidation. Tommy, give me a persuasion.
Shit.
She's not very intimidating.
I'm using a hero point. For a tie, apparently.
Yeah, for a tie. So they kind of stop and they'll turn to Eleanor to say, we respect the fear the dark sorceress put into us, but we respect the hunter as well. We will leave. But thank you for not slaughtering us. And they kind of skirt.
You were so welcome. I almost don't want to kill them on sight now. Almost.
It's the 4 really creepy ones. So as they run, it's just like.
I love it. She's gonna say
the swobolds are like, yeah, we ain't going anywhere.
She's like, that's fine. You probably don't understand what I'm gonna say anyway.
I can't wait till something bigger kills you.
Screamer's gonna look at the one swobold that they made friends with, kind of, and put the fist up a little bit, like, yeah.
Yeah, not you. If they let you survive, you stick around.
They look at their fists and they look at them and do it one more time.
They kind of stop for a second, look back, and be like, I don't think it really gets what. Hey, it's a big weapon. Right, weapons are cool.
X. Minor whack to the top
I was
of the
gonna
head.
say, they are like 3.5 feet tall, too. So they're just like.
So, Cora, come sit next to me. And then the rest of you guys can gather around as you please. She's going to use her paper to do kind of like a shitty drawing of the item she saw. She's like, it looks like this sage.
Yeah. So you have proficiency in like calligraphy tool, writer's tools and stuff, right? All right. So give me an intelligence check with proficiency. That's based on your memory. It'll be intelligence.
Right.
You need at least a 16 to convey enough for them to get their own.
Right. So that's +4. I mean, +2. I'm dumb.
+2 is your proficiency.
Yeah. My intelligence was a +2. So.
Oh, okay. So total.
I derped. Yeah.
19. That's actually a near perfect replica of this thing. You're just like. Anyone with training, or I should say proficiency, in Arcana or History can make a check to see if you recognize what. This is an item that is powerful enough it would show up everywhere in books, just not typically pointed out.
23.
So, Gork's a little confused because he doesn't remember it being something so intricate and important looking. And so he's just like shrugging and scratching his chin, trying to figure this out.
All right. Ix, being an artificer, you know of incredibly powerful magic items. You may have heard of them.
I'm a sage and I don't even know it.
This is an orb of dragon kind.
Okay. No. All right. I already know.
You're a Dragonlance fan, so you know what that means.
I know what it is. Yeah.
You would recognize that. Oh, sorry. No, you're fine.
What's up?
She's going to look at X and she's like, this is the item that he has and he's trying to bring back. Also, it seems like he put a bit of a mental melt on our little friend here, and she's going to motion to Quirk. As, which explains him incessant babbling and not being able to recognize a good thing when he sees it.
My eyes narrow and I'm like, maybe we should take this job escorting him through the jungle.
No,
But
Gork, we should definitely take this job. Eleanor, do you know what that is?
No, I just know that it's very, very powerful. However, let's also point out that the fact that he managed to put a warding spell on this item, right? I don't know which kind it is, right? But it definitely means that he has a good chunk of power, and he's a lot more powerful than us, and he could probably kill us all, given time. So we have to play this very, very carefully. And because, Gork here, set off whatever kind of trap he had set there, he's going to know that we know. So we need to think about how we deal with him knowing what we know that he knows. Yes?
That we know that he knows that we know.
Yes.
Maybe we should kill him tonight.
Dreamer looks like they're about to malfunction with that sentence.
All I'm saying is that orb is really powerful.
Right.
The green starts to turn in Ix's eyes.
And he's offering us 1,000 gold to escort him back. But I'm fairly certain that this orb is worth a lot more.
I was going to say, Ix, given that you got the success, here's the big thing you would know, though. Also, anyone that may happen to worship dragons would very much change their tune once this is on the table.
Of course.
Yeah, those kobolds, they will kill you for this. Any lizard folk in the area that know you have it will hunt you like dogs. And God forbid a dragon finds out you have it.
All that means is we have to assassinate some swobolds, all right?
Well,
that's all I'm hearing.
X. The more important point is that I have a suspicion that this sage got this orb from the temple. Right?
So
the plot thickens.
We should go check out the temple, then escort him back to town and rob him?
I told him it would take us about a day or two.
Yeah, I like the idea.
And he said it was okay. So if nothing else, maybe we'll get something to smack him with or whatever. That will help us foist said situation. Because you know what? It's a hazard, Dreamer, and we should definitely make sure that we don't have hazards that could potentially level villages running around.
How dare you appeal to Dreamer?
She's the only person that might say no.
Dreamer doesn't know what to do at this point, I think.
Let's say, Dreamer, did you get an Arcana or History check of 20 or better?
I didn't roll.
Okay.
I mean, both of them don't have modifiers, but I can try rolling it, I guess. I'll roll for history then.
All right. Maybe.
Yeah, no, it's 12.
Okay. Deep in the back of your brain, you actually have all these records.
Yeah, but it's still part of the booting up process that takes like 10 years or something to do.
All right. Well, if that's the case and no one else knows, then yeah, I'm going to suggest we go for the temple first. I'm going to agree with Eleanor. for now.
Well, you know what they say. A hero's tale, we always need to start with a probable chaos, terror.
True, true. With the caveat, we need to go get this guy back to wherever next. Back.
All right. So with that, we will be cutting to the morning in about 4 minutes. We're going to do a quick bio break because it's about 10 minutes early for our bio break, but we're at a good cut point. So we might as well do it now instead of hoping in 10 minutes we have a good spot. So we'll be right back at 9:20. Would help if I turn on mics. All right. We're back with everyone except Andy, who's probably still AFK on the bio break. But that's fine. We have enough. Good enough is kind of our mantra. It is the next morning. You guys have rested. You have the nation. Or I assume you guys are going to try and wake up before the mage would wake up.
Dreamer doesn't sleep.
Yeah, Dreamer's fine.
Yeah.
I also don't think Cora.
No, Cora doesn't sleep either.
Don't they meditate like elves though, or
Yes,
something like that?
but that means they're still fully aware.
But
of
they're
what's
still
going
fully
on.
aware of
No,
everything.
no, I'm not debating that. I'm just saying I thought they meditated is all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just like Warforged go into like rest mode, which is
Mhm.
mechanically the same.
Yep.
All right. So is the next morning. You probably have some time before he checks on that item and realizes his ward's gone. Are you looking to get out of town before he does that? Or what's your game
I think if we are going to try to get the job escorting him, we should probably go make up a story.
Well, I mean, I feel like Eleanor had a story prepped.
Yeah, your dumb little, your delightful little squish, uh, stumbled and touched the package, and we made sure that it did not fall over, put it back, and left promptly.
Are you guys going to him to tell him that before he comes to you?
Both.
Okay. Yeah, so it's early in the morning. The campsite's starting to wake up. Workers starting to get their thing, and the sage is there. And as you come in again, he's just oh, ah, is this the day? Are you ready to leave? He's holding a cup of tea on a saucer. He does not seem to have noticed that the ward has been activated yet.
Hi. Um, no, we're gonna need a day or two for the temple situation, but as soon as we're complete with that, we are all in agreement for escorting you back.
Oh, yes. You are entering into the temple. Yes.
The
Okay.
temple, yeah. Because
So
we escorted a whole bunch of dwarves here to work there, and we didn't want them, to escort so many of them just to die helplessly, alone in the dark.
ah, understood. I was right to trust you. You seem brave and heroic. Yes, good, good, good. Are you coming to me for information on the temple or what?
Well, I just wanted to know if you had any information about if you saw anything in there or what you know about it. But also, I wanted to apologize
Oh,
because Gork's kobold bumped into your over there, I think, and something almost fell. So we
oh,
just tried to put everything back, and then we just left since the kobold was being rambunctious, and we didn't want to wake you up.
oh dear. Yes. And he kind of quickly rushes over and like he peeks under the blankets and uh, uh, so thank you for your honesty.
Of
Did
course.
did you happen to do you know what the object is?
No.
Okay, okay. It is probably best if you don't for your own safety. I do not wish to worry you. I hope this does not interfere with any arrangements we have for employment. I am paying you good coin, but it
No,
is
yes, you
best
are.
if you do not know this.
Noted.
And good,
We will
good.
keep that in mind, and I'll make sure
You
we keep it, you know. But yes, I just wanted to let you know that it'll be a day or two before we finish with the temple, and then we can leave.
yes, understood. Very, very good. And as he's talking to you, he's actually going and he's picking up several items off shelves and stuff. You can give me an Arcana check. See if
Okay.
you know what he might.
We're all here, right?
I mean, that's up to you guys.
Not that I rolled amazing
21?
anyway, but
Yeah, 21. It looks like he's grabbing the materials to do a ritual casting of identify, likely to make sure that that isn't just a really good replica.
Right. She won't actually act as if she understands what he's doing because she doesn't want to, out herself as being as prolific as she is because he'll be more calm and whatever.
Yeah.
So
If
she'll
he
just act
if
like
he
she didn't say
knows you
anything.
guys are like casters and stuff, then it
Yeah, but
becomes
he
much
doesn't
more.
know
You
like
might
how
know what
high.
this is, and he'll get very
Yeah,
nervous.
yeah.
Yes.
But you always want to let other casters think that they can cast magic in front of you. So
Yeah.
she'll just act as if she doesn't even notice what he's doing.
At this
Like,
point, he's just gathering the ingredients. He won't actually start the ritual till after you guys leave, but
mhm.
he wants to be ready to do it ASAP.
Yeah.
I'm gonna elbow Gork and be like, "Hey, man, Swobolds, guard this place, yeah."
Oh, so do you have any information about anything that you saw that we should probably keep an eye out for in the temple itself?
Yes.
Gork, you were muted, by the way.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Bobby.
Oh, sorry. I was responding to Eleanor. He was just yes. Yeah, the temple. I was in it before we discovered the lizards, and then we made out. It was quite fascinating. It seemed to be the property of some powerful caster. Quite dark stuff. Do be wary, but the number of those lizard folk that they were in there, quite a large amount. I do not believe they knew I could understand their tongue, but I'm versed in quite many. They were saying of leaving their home and that they are in the territory of their king.
Dreamer looks very uneasy.
Their king.
Yes. In the research I have done, the lizard tribes do tend to have either a matriarchal or patriarchal society with a leader that they do tend to refer to as a king or queen. Though there are also cases of them worshipping dragons, and well, that's about as patriarchal as it would typically be. So, as far as I know.
Hmm.
So I hope Clyde and Andy are good because we just
Yeah,
lost two
I just
cams.
noticed.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
dropped both of them. Their section of America has been attacked. I hope not.
Tommy, when you make
There's
those
Clyde.
jokes, I
I'm
get
sorry, I
legitimately
should-
scared.
I shouldn't do that, but
I'm gonna message Andy, make sure everything's okay. Here we go. Now, Gork, I know Ix asked you about the Swobolds guarding and you were muted at the time and you got a little interrupted. So what were you?
So I was just going to say, I don't think it's a good idea to have the Swobolds this close to this job. I think that we should keep them with us where we can keep an eye on them.
you sure you don't want to have them here in the house under the cover of darkness currently?
I agree with Gork. I think that sounds like a terrible, terrible idea.
Okay, fair enough.
I think it's a good way for our Swobolds to get in a fight and then die.
I have been voted off the island. I will accept my fate.
I'm also making sure one of our players is okay. Because for all we know, it might also be an animal situation. Because you have a vet. Okay. So with that, yeah, I'm sure Dreamer's not feeling great hearing that there may be a king of lizard folk here.
No, I think Dreamer's gonna kind of like excuse themselves out of the tent and kind of just try to compose themselves a bit.
I don't need to breathe, yet I am hyperventilating.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
All right. So the temple is about 20 minutes walk from the camp, which also means it's pretty dang close. It means if it's infested with lizard folk, that is an ambush location. They have not done that though. At least as far as what you've heard. They haven't, like in the last few days or since the temples stopped being invaded, they haven't been retaliating and ambushing the settlement.
So, which of us is skilled and talented at understanding lizard folk mannerisms and behaviorisms?
Is anyone proficient in Draconic? That is
That'd be Ix.
so Ix can speak the language lizard folk use.
Beyond that, you're screwed.
I was gonna say, as far as body language, basically, if you actually read about lizard folk, they're basically all sociopaths. So there's not a lot of body language going on.
Well, she was more thinking in terms of why would they, when they're usually pretty aggressive, like why would they not attack the settlement itself? Is more what she's thinking.
Gotcha. Oh, Ix, you could do a survival check because you're proficient in survival. Also, everyone gets a hero point.
Got a 20 on that.
A 20. So this is what it's going to tell you. They did say this is the territory of their king. So here's the thing. Lizard folk are the ultimate pragmatists. If it is not in their best interest to attack, they will not attack. If they don't think they can win, they do not attack. They just leave. They don't take fights they can't win. Alternatively, if they think they can win, like without a shadow of a doubt, it is obvious this will not harm our overall success, they'll just do it because a win's a win. Food is food. Other than that, there is also the fact of we know they're in a specific location. It is the location of their quote unquote king. They may see protecting their king as a bigger asset than taking out the society. And anyone they take out for raids is people who aren't there to protect the king. These guys are 100% logic. Imagine cannibalistic Vulcans, and you basically have lizard folk.
Well, I'm going to relate this info to the rest of the group in Ix terms, so it's a little vague.
So, seeing as they're able to dispose of these dwarven miners so easily, what reason would they possibly have for thinking they wouldn't be able to wipe out this area, or maybe their numbers aren't as large as we're estimating?
You know, it's about roughly around 3 dozen people in this group here. Also, you're in a jungle. While you are the biggest threat, you are not the only threat to them. Jungle's an area where everything's hostile to everything. So if they're like, only 5 of us survived, but we survived, it's no good if a giant sloth comes by and then kills the rest of them.
So
Lizard.
I think maybe we
sorry.
should scout the place.
Sounds like the most safe option, that's for sure.
Definitely some eye and recon, for sure.
Now, the info you guys know is this is a sunken temple. You don't know how long ago it sunk, but it's built in the swamp. So there's a good chance it wasn't built sunken.
And then
The
that one
only-
fell over into the swamp.
It just kind of grouped in and, hit a big rock on part of it. So it just starts like shifting. As far as the information you guys have, there's only one known entrance. It is a 10-foot wide staircase, which is a hell of a choke point. You can guarantee lizard folk who are tactical pragmaticists will have people at that choke point.
Which is both a good and a bad thing.
Yeah. It's real low risk for them to be able to kill anybody who comes in. They don't need high numbers for that to be effective.
Could I get some lamp oil here at the camp?
Yeah.
Do they have gunpowder? at this camp, Bobby?
No.
All right.
I will say you can get any of the mundane gear items, but double the cost. They can get you basically anything. Yay, Andy's back.
Hey, sorry.
It's okay. I was just worried something happened to one of the sugar gliders.
No, our power flickered and everything
Ooh.
shut off, and then everything wanted to update.
And where are my sugar gliders?
Um, we are making significant progress, so I'm not forcing the bonding on them. I'm letting them come to me in their cage, and the one that was like really saucy is really like she was on my arm last night, so we're like really getting there. So,
As
the
we're
other
going on
one- sorry.
Oh, I was just going to explain to viewers because we actually have a decent amount of viewers. We're doing D&D, and we weren't running a D&D game when you did this, so a lot of them might not know. Andy, being of that, a few months ago adopted a couple rescue sugar gliders, which are basically think like flying squirrel gerbils. At least that's how I think
Pretty
of them.
much. Pretty much.
That's an accurate description. I call them my real life Pokemon.
Yeah. Teach them razor leaf.
Right?
All
Sorry
right.
about that.
Best
No.
attack in the game.
All right. So, what you missed is we were talking about doing recon on the temple. Talking about the fact that the only entrance is a 10-foot wide staircase, which is a heck of a choke point. You can guarantee there are lizard folk down there, probably 24/7, at least several guards on watch.
Okay. And that's the only way in?
That's the only way you guys know of, which is the only way the miners know of.
It's recon.
You could explore the swamp and possibly find another way.
It's recon.
I bought 5 more flasks of oil.
I bought 10.
Well,
There is now a run on oil.
down for whatever you guys want to try, but can I do any sort of additional history to see if I know of another entrance?
You already succeeded on knowing about this guy, so you could do one history check. May know. Now remember, in your history, you didn't know where, like your culture hadn't known where he went to,
Right.
but this may give you some insight.
I forgot that Fantasy Grounds closed out on me.
That too.
Makes it difficult to roll.
It really does. The lack of dice will do that.
I mean, I could roll my regular dice while it's uploading. Lord have mercy, everything is taking forever.
That sounds like
okay.
what happens when you have a reboot. We get it.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for you, Andy?
Yeah, sure. I
Okay.
don't mind.
I know you. Open up character. Oh, there's Sephora.
I'm back.
Okay, then you can roll. You're good. As soon as I started doing that, you popped in.
Yeah.
Hey.
Welcome back, me.
22, Bobby. With
22.
bonuses.
So here's the thing. You wouldn't know specifically where it is, but Necroon escaped captors in your country by having a secret escape tunnel. If he were to build his own temple, odds are he wouldn't put just one way out if he's being hunted by a whole kingdom.
Okay.
Which also means wherever this escape tunnel is, the second exit will likely head very close to wherever his quarters are.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell everyone that and be like, so who wants to go poke around at his house? Or at his tent. Similar. house.
We're already going to the temple to scout.
But other alternate entrance.
Well, where is it?
I don't know, maybe somewhere near his home, his residence.
Where's his house? Isn't it by the temple? Don't most priests live next door to the temple?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We should check there first, is all I'm saying.
We need to find out where his house is.
Did you tell us the backstory about how he was kicked out of his kingdom like 200 years ago?
He didn't say he did necessarily, but
That's up to Andy.
Then I'm going to say, wait, kicked out of his house.
Basically, they're asking when you found the information about Necroon, did you share that like backstory and stuff about Necroon to them?
Oh, about the him escaping capture from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Gork is going to say that since he's over 200 years old, he's probably not that dangerous now. We could probably just beat him up.
unless he's like a crazy undead lich monster.
Well, that
You
might
mean
be a
like
problem.
most powerful wizards, mages tend to turn out when they die? You mean like that?
Like, no plans that I have for myself.
Uh-huh.
Right.
That's suspiciously specific, but
That
okay.
is really suspiciously specific.
Methinks thou dost protest too much.
So, okay, barring him being some type of undead lich, if he is just an old man, we can roll that place.
If
But we need to scout either way.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right.
We'll only know
So, who is taking lead on moving around the swamp? I assume you guys are looking for the second entrance, correct?
Yeah.
So,
Ideally.
someone will need to take lead, just maneuvering you guys through the swamps. That'll be survival. And someone will need to be basically the main eyes of looking for any kind of hidden or secret passage, which will be perception. I need one survival and one perception.
I can do either. Doesn't Andy have our next best perception? And no one else is trained in survival, correct?
Correct.
X is the only survival.
Right, so I'll do survival and Andy will do the other perception check.
And yeah, you and Andy are the top perception character.
For passive anyway, right?
Yeah, which tells
Either.
that's fine.
Right, so I'll roll survival then. I'm going to go ahead and use reroll.
Yeah.
Wow, all right. You guys have all the time in the world you need. Look through and around.
13.
So with a 13, it gets a little crazy. Cora, you spot something.
Okay.
Your not quite elven eyes see a stump out of place. Mainly the fact that there's moss growing up the bark and like wrapping around the edges of the bark, but not onto the top of the stump. Almost as if
Okay.
it's growing into some kind of seed.
Mhm.
However, when this happens, you guys realize Tommy led you into shin deep, thick mud. That is
Sorry.
really slowing you guys down.
You know, I feel like after last time, perhaps we should change things up.
Last time? You mean time before last? Last time I did amazing.
Okay, so the time that didn't actually matter? You did amazing? Yes.
Either
right.
way, I am not very fast, and this is definitely impeding my abilities.
Well, I think the entrance is that stump over there, but here we are. Pigs in mud.
I'm going for the stump.
I was gonna say,
I'm a soldier.
I need athletics checks from everyone to get out of this mud.
Oh shit! If that's not enough, I'm spending a hero point.
Oh, that's enough.
All right. Whew.
I mean, Cora's super stuck.
I gotta re-roll.
Would a grappling hook help in this kind of situation?
Yeah, I'll say I'll give you
Yeah.
advantage.
Okay. She's gonna use her grappling hook.
Pull yourself up out. All right. Cora's out. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Either way, you did awesome. But yeah, you guys pull yourself up and out, and you get to it. It doesn't take so long that any possible wandering patrols get to you guys. You get up out of the mud, you know, people give ick dirty looks. And then you guys get to the stump.
Mhm.
Here's the thing. This was the secret entrance for a court mage. It's probably not a mechanical lock.
Arcana. Can I search it, Bobby?
Yeah.
Arcana style.
Yep.
Fuck.
Can I also roll Arcana to check?
Yep. You're proficient. You guys work and do some stuff, and Eleanor shows you up.
I hope they all do. Jeez.
Cora does pretty good, but Eleanor instantly. You figure out a little bit of this isn't a straight up dispel, but this is a pretty simple, just like arcane lock. And you do some incantations, you throw out some components, probably sprinkle it with like some of the moss in the area, stuff like that. The top of the stump actually dissolves, leaving the stump as a shaft with a ladder in it that descends.
See, I told you there was something here, and I'm gonna start climbing down.
Eleanor is gonna say, "Oh, I'm so glad you decided to go first. I would have been very upset if I got a face full of cobwebs."
So
I'm going down a ladder, not up, Eleanor.
But that doesn't change anything.
Ix will be
Feet full of
first to
cobwebs.
go down. Who follows right behind?
Gork is going to send the kobolds down and then follow them.
Okay. We'll worry about the kobolds, but I'm going to share this map. We switch over there since Ix is the only player character. Here's the thing though. Oh, you have goggles that give you dark vision, don't you? Tommy.
I just have dark vision.
Oh,
I was
okay.
given the goggles.
Okay.
She's the only one who didn't. Yeah, so she got the goggles.
Okay. So it is pitch black down.
Yeah, I can see 60 feet. I want to say.
Yep, it is in black and white. To your right is a wooden door. The corridor you are currently in is filled with dust. But this is a submerged temple, so it's dust combined with like the seeping swamp water to just make like a paste everywhere. It doesn't look like anyone's used this back corridor in quite some time.
And there's a door right there.
There's a door right there.
I'm gonna secure the door. AKA pull in front of the door, ready in action.
Right?
Can Cora cast?
Give me a stealth check with advantage for Ix. You're good. What are you asking if Cora can cast?
I was gonna see if Cora could cast light on one of the kobolds as they climbed.
Yeah, I mean, it would be on something they're wearing. But
Yeah.
yeah, you can make one of the kobolds glow.
Okay, for sure.
How dare you use cannon fodder as cannon fodder?
I'm gonna say, Ishtara by her first star, light our way from afar.
as you turn one of the creepy kobolds' black robes into just this glowing robe of radiance. What is this? I cannot hide in the shadows if I am the light.
Well, you are the light, so get used to it, honey.
Just drop the robe, homie.
Fine. Need a rope. Yeah, the kobolds follow behind you. You have the door brace.
I'm waiting for everyone else to come down.
I was gonna
Whatever
say,
they're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm coming down too.
with the door brace, you're gonna pretty much bottleneck. This is a very thin hall. This is a secret hallway. So if you're keeping the door brace, you're gonna work as kind of a blockade.
Yeah, I don't think Dreamer's gonna be able to squeeze through.
Can't they all move around me, right?
They can't move around you in this space. This isn't actually 5 feet. This is more like 2.5. This is a secret passageway in the back of a temple.
All right. Well, then I want to move there and have the kobolds stack on the door and open the door
Okay.
and move into the door.
Ooh,
Once
all right.
people are coming down, though, once we have
Yeah.
a good, you know what I mean, where we can go 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Get the kobold. 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 4 kobold.
Plus squish.
Yep. Well, I figure Squish is sticking with Orc. He's a squire.
Would hope so. The little coward.
The 2 swobolds. Neutral. And we drop. All right. So with that, kobolds will start piling in. It's gonna get pretty full even just with kobolds. Swobolds worse. You said you want the kobolds to go.
Swobold in first, followed by kobold, followed by swobold, followed by kobold.
Swobold, kobold, swobold. All right. This is a Dr. Seuss situation. All right. Their stealth again. Ooh, cool. They're not proficient. All right. This does not bode well. Yep. So they get the doors open, the squeezing, several of them stumble. And I'm going to need initiative from everybody, even though everybody else is up the ladder, because they stumble into a fairly large room with a large bed made out of bone and leathers, and the walls are lined with carvings of draconic faces. And there is a rather large lizard folk that is woken. Nope, everybody has initiative. So, with that, several you guys up top hear the kobolds just like start like fearfully making their hiss clatter.
Chittering.
Thank you. That's the word I was thinking of. Eleanor, is there anything you want to do?
Funny.
Bonnie.
Sorry, I'm going first. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Is it even possible for me to get down there?
you would be squeezing. But you could,
Good.
with the kobolds, you could be down and in there, but you'd be squeezing, which will give you disadvantage. Check.
I would have disadvantage on which checks?
I said most checks. Basically all physical checks you have.
Okay. She would want to get to.
It is also difficult terrain. You have 10 feet of ladder, and then each of the squares with kobolds in them is difficult terrain.
Right. So she'd be able to get to here, I assume.
Yes.
Would she be able to catch like sight of the edge of this guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you could catch like just a glimpse, enough for line of sight, but heavy cover.
Right. She is going to go ahead and use. What's a good option here? This is like the one time I wish, man, I should have taken more nuki options. But she's gonna go ahead and go with a infestation cantrip just to suss out how thick this lizard is.
Okay. He does fail.
He has a +4. Holy shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. Full damage.
Ooh, wow.
And the direction they end up running in is 4, so that's
Left.
west. So 5 feet west.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
Thank
and
you.
I assume that ends your turn.
Yeah, because she can't use anything else. Yeah, thank you.
Oops.
Oh, sorry, it jumped down twice because I
Yeah.
clicked next.
It did. We did at the same time. All right, Dreamer.
Okay, I don't think I'll be able to fit down here because I am a ginormous swole robot. So I'm trying to think what I could do.
You could ready your action, or you could try to squeeze through. I mean, Bobby will make you roll for it, typically, but
Yeah, they're narrow and it'd be squeezing, so it'd be difficult terrain and like attacks against you have advantage while you're squeezing. You have but it is possible. It's just very uncomfortable.
Yeah, okay, I'll try to squeeze in.
Okay. You can. Like just
Okay.
squeezing's just a different type of movement.
Okay, yeah.
So it's 10 feet to get down, and then each square with a kobold in it is difficult terrain, so it's its own 10 feet.
Okay, so it's
And
I wouldn't get
Eleanor's
far because I only move 30 feet.
I was gonna say Eleanor's currently in the spot for 30 feet, so you would basically be stuck
Yeah, no.
there.
Yeah, okay. And then I'd like to trying to think. Um that's a on self. I'm looking at my spells really quick. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. You
That's
guys
on self.
backdoored straight into the boss of the dungeon. So
Oh, great. I am going to cast Shield of Faith
all right.
on to who has a lower AC.
Eleanor.
I'm gonna cast it to Eleanor then.
All right.
Wait, does the Shield of Faith? It
gives
doesn't
you-
stack with mage armor though.
Oh, doesn't it?
Shield of Faith gives a plus. It does not
It's a plus
okay.
2 bonus for
Yeah.
2 AC.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't recalculate your armor, so it stacks.
Oh, that makes me thick. Okay.
That. Yeah.
17 AC mage. I like it.
Let me find that really quick. That's under
Should be under actions. Yep.
And I take that and I just put it onto Eleanor. Right? No. I think I did that wrong.
No. Effects AC 3. giving her
Oh, it did.
plus 3
It
AC.
did work.
Yep.
It should only give 2 AC plus 2 AC.
Then it is calculated, but the effect is correct.
Well, the plus 3 right there is from my mage armor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
hold on.
interesting.
I'm
That
on
it's
the-
just doing AC 3 instead of
I'm on the wrong
recalculating your
thing, I
AC.
think.
Okay.
You drag the shield to him, right?
No,
It
the
looks
effect thing. It's like the little human.
it looks like a guy.
I don't see that. That's my problem.
Let me go to your actions.
Oh, I see it now. I got it.
Okay.
Okay. Drag the little guy to her.
Yep. Little guy.
There we go. Got it.
All right. Boom. There we go.
Boom. Did it. And that will end my turn.
All right. Cora, everyone else has leaped down. He's getting quite full down there.
I am going to come part way down the ladder, and then everyone who's within range below me, I'm going to sprinkle them with some holy water and cast Bless. So it says up to 3 people within range. Now, can I just drag that to them?
Yeah, it should be the circle that looks like the guy. And that'll give the effect.
The circle that looks like the guy? What?
Yeah, it looks like a person.
Oh, on the bless thing?
Yeah.
Actions, bless, magnifying glass, the little person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just drag and drop those on the tokens.
So...
You gave it to the Lizard King?
Oh,
Oops.
I'll delete that. I don't think you intended to do that.
Oopsie poopsie.
I know, right? Why are you blessing Lizard King? You hate us that bad?
No. Okay, there you go.
There we go. All right.
He gave
Get
it
down.
Yeah, all right, cool.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right. Lizard King. I'm going to quickly make a check to see if he sees all this magic going, because it is around the corner. Oh, he is aware of it. So in Draconic, he'll just be assassins. And he will pick up and throw his trident
at
the kobold up front.
I mean, he'd have a hard time hitting me behind so many of these kobolds. I'm not that
and
tall.
miss. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lizard folk are pragmatists, and he is super outnumbered.
Stupid slow kobolds.
Right. Ix, you're up.
I can squeeze past, correct?
Yeah, it's just difficult terrain.
So difficult terrain, half movement, I can go 15.
Yep.
Not if you use the corners.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I can do 1,
2.
You can still
2.
corner.
Whoa.
You can't corner if there's a hard wall there. You'd be
I'm
going
trying.
through a wall.
I can't even get my token. No.
It's fine. Hold on.
Can you get me, Bobby?
I'm trying to.
I mean, that stack somewhere.
The odds were already against you.
I know, right? Just move me out. You know where I want to go.
Toss that kobold out of the way. Get him.
Screw those kobolds.
Move you there.
That's Eleanor.
No, that's Eleanor. Oh my
She'll hate you
god.
forever if you move her up there. There you go. Thank you. Sorry. I still have a clear shot on that guy.
Let me quickly check if there's cover.
He might get partial cover.
Yeah, he's gonna. So give yourself -2 because he's gonna have some partial cover as he begins booking it. To just, I am outnumbered by assassins. Huck. Trident and begin leaving.
That's when I pull my crossbow and try to shoot him with a giant flaming arrow. I hit.
Ouch. He gets hit hard. You just hear in Draconic, I was wise to not stay.
I'm gonna yell back at him in Draconic, "You're a pussy. I mean, a coward."
All right. Swobolds are going to push their way through, get into the room, and just look to you almost condescendingly, Ix, and go, "We have secured the room, sir." And then finish their turn. Gork, you're up.
All right, Gork is coming down the ladder.
All right.
I don't know how far I can make it, but I'll go as far as I can.
You have 30 feet of movement. Gork's gonna be like stuck on the rungs of the ladder right now because of this traffic jam.
Okay, that is me.
All right. Well, the kobolds can finally start moving. Move here. Here. Cool. They can move right to here, and they begun because the sneaky like robed kobolds are the ones that have like bonded to Ix, so they'll just, "We will shroud you, sir," and like they're so busy surrounding you, they're still blocking the doorway and everything. All right. Top of initiative is the Lizard King. He does not have his trident anymore. He's more strong. Yeah, he's gonna keep moving down and just. "There are even more than I had anticipated. I am a wise leader for leaving this battle." Open the door and then dash action. Yeah, he's just getting the hell out of here. He ain't dumb. Dreamer's up.
Okay. So the door is still blocked?
I mean, it's difficult terrain for the ones where the kobolds are at, but you can move through them. Now it's just
Okay.
moving through. Actually, they're not even in a hallway, so it's not even difficult terrain. You can
Okay.
sidestep them and stuff.
So then, yeah, I'm counting my squares really quick.
Let's say the only ones who might provide difficult terrain are the swobolds, but the swobolds like you, so they won't be difficult terrain for you.
Come with me, my friends. I'm gonna move about. I think I can move here. Is that right?
1, 2,
Did I count
3,
that right?
4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can get there.
Okay. And that's all my movement. I mean, I could
Yep.
dash.
You could dash. You could just start running.
But I don't think that I'm trying to also remember because Dreamer is not a fan of lizard folk at all. So Dreamer's
Yeah.
not gonna dash into this. Dreamer's just gonna chill out there
You
and wait
could
for everyone.
dodge, which is essentially the defend action. It makes any attack against you have disadvantage. So if you ever
Okay.
don't know what to do, it's never a bad idea to make things harder to hurt.
Yeah, okay. So I'll do that then.
All right. Ix, you're up. Go back to camps for a bit. The slog.
I'm gonna tell the kobolds to secure the room in Draconic, and then move there, and then dash
All right.
to check this door.
All right. So that is an archway.
All right, it's an archway, not a door.
Yeah, no, the one oh sorry. When I looked over, you were at the open area of the archway. All right.
That was before my dash. That's all.
Yeah. No, that's fine. So you'll be able to see the lizard folk. Or I should say the lizard king. The room he's gone into is covered in like a thick waxus honey. And you hear a buzzing sound as you catch glimpses of multiple giant wasps in this area. This seems to be a place where they're like farming food. And he's just moving through it.
Oh yeah, it's my turn.
Yep. Also, this is right. Also, just down the hall, you see a closed wooden, which is what's at the end of the hall. All right, Gork, you're up.
Can I get to that square next to Kobold 2?
Kobold
The one
2.
in the doorway.
Oh yeah, you totally can get to that square. You're good.
Oh, I meant the one to the right of him.
Oh,
Or is that too far?
no, you can get there.
Okay, so I'm there and I'm getting my bow ready.
All right.
And that's me.
Yeah, the swobolds will, the room is secure and do the bare minimum of work. All right. See if they notice X. Oh yeah, you start hearing as probably the one Blizzard King ran by notices you. And a giant wasp starts flying in your direction. They're not super tamed, but these things are gnarly looking. And it comes at you and it's going to try and sting you. Real bad. Ix gets pierced for 5 damage. Con save. Ooh, fail. Ouch.
Reroll. That's my last one. I
Okay.
have hero points after that, but that's it. Would you like me to reroll it or
No,
you?
I can do it because it'll add all your bonuses. 12 is a success,
I'll keep it.
which actually means this damage is going to get halved. Actually only take 6 damage instead of 12 damage, which is good because another 6 damage would have killed you.
Yep.
All right, the remaining wasps do their thing. Eleanor, it's your turn.
Eleanor is going to sigh and just say, all right, we should probably just try securing this room and setting up a perimeter. And she's going to move into the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here.
Okay.
And then she will dash and
Right.
go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right about there. Kobolds will do their thing of securing the
Oh,
room.
well, she's also going to notice
Oh,
that
sorry.
Ix is injured, and she's going to shout back. She's like, "We have an injury up here," just so they know because they
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see Ix get skewered by like about an 11-inch stinger on a giant wasp.
Yeah.
He passed, so basically the stinger went right through him and pumped behind him instead. But yeah, it's not looking good. Cora, you're up.
So I am going to move down the stairs and double up my action and dash to get to like here. And that is I can't do another action if I dash, right?
No, just anything that would be a bonus action.
Okay.
I think
Like
healing
healing word.
word. If you have healing
Yeah, I
word,
was
that's a
gonna
bonus action.
say, yeah. I'm going to cast that on him.
What is the range of healing word?
I think it's 30. Let me see.
60 feet, you're good. If it's
60.
30 feet, you're not. All right, cool. If it's 60 feet, you're good.
I'm going to do this to wait. Where is? Oh.
All right. So I need to remember to do this because you guys are now in a real combat and not just like gonna gank a guy. Everybody have +2 AC for the remainder of this combat.
Sweet.
Nice.
18. What?
19.
Just
I
add
got
to our
22.
miscellaneous.
Holy
I know,
crap.
right?
Nice.
Add to our miscellaneous, Bobby.
Yeah, add it as a miscellaneous bonus. All right, Eleanor, you're up.
Am I able to see that wasp at all or no?
It's actively attacking Ick, so you'll see like parts of it jutting out of.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. She's gonna move to here. Wait, when she's here, would she be able to hit it with a ranged attack, or is
Yes,
it
it would
few enough?
be. It would be at a -2, but
Right, which is still better than disadvantage. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, she's gonna go for the chill touch attack on this giant wasp.
right.
Unlucky.
Un-
All right, and then she's going to step to here and use her offhand dagger.
right. And you do hit.
Lucky dagger.
Yeah.
Gork.
Okay, so a sprint would be 12 squares.
Yep. Yeah, if you dash, which uses your action. Oh, I think all goblins can.
They can.
Yep.
Bonus actions are hide and dash.
Okay, so
Or
that's
hide and disengage, actually. They can't dash.
Oh, we can't dash. Okay.
I mean,
I'm
you
pretty
can. It
sure.
just takes your action.
Okay, then that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Start running your way down here. Cora, you're up.
Okay, so no one else is damaged currently, right?
No, not yet.
But I can't see the. I don't have line of sight to the bee.
I would again, since it's actively attacking Ix, if all you need is line of sight, you'll get flashes of that thorax coming out of every so
Okay,
often.
all right. So I am going to cast Sacred Flame
Right.
on it. So let's see here. This. On which giant wasp is it? Sorry.
Number 2.
Right in the doorway.
So you can drag and drop it on the map.
Sorry, so many windows. Did that work?
Oh, it's fine. No, you haven't rolled anything.
Okay.
There we
There
go.
it is.
It failed.
Okay, so
You're
now.
good.
Oh, can I re-roll that?
Now they're
No.
re-roll d20s.
Add a hero point for an extra d6.
You can add a d6 to anything, including damage. So yes.
Okay, yeah.
Just drag and drop a d6. Ooh,
Nice.
yeah, that was worth it.
Oh yeah, I forgot I can pin the map to the back.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is super useful. Next up are the giant wasps. Given everything going on, they're gonna start like hovering around here. They're not gonna like crowd on top of each other. They would
Bummer.
All right. I mean, the only one it can really try to sting is X. Too.
It was nice knowing you.
Don't say that.
It was nice knowing you.
And then is X still up? X is
Yeah.
still up.
Wow. All right. Yeah.
So it's half damage on this.
I'm dead. I forgot about the poison damage. Yeah, I'm dead.
Yep. Here's the thing, though. You're actually not. If you're killed by this poison, it's like the giant centipede. You're auto-stabilized, but paralyzed.
Okay. Well, I'm a corpse in the doorway.
Yep. Just boom. And yeah, you're definitely going to be providing difficult terrain because it's not just X. It's a big old bloated X. Which, honestly, Wasp 2 would just keep moving and it has enough for difficult terrain, so it's going to be floating over X's body now. Lizard King's gonna do his thing and get well out of sight. X, 1, 2. Visible to players. Yeah, he ducks the hell out of dodge. Oh, man. I made a dumb move for him. It would have been smarter for him to go to that room. Oh, well. Sometimes you panic and make the wrong choice. X doesn't need to roll because it's auto stabilized, but Dreamer.
I think Dreamer's priority is to make sure that the room is kept safe for the kobolds. But I'm
Yeah.
curious, is the trident that he attacked with still in this room?
Yes, it's
I would-
near the door to the north.
I would like to move and grab it.
Yeah.
So
It missed, so you
I'm gonna
could
move
go
there and take
think.
it.
Pick it up. It is
Okay.
made out of various bones.
Okay. And I am going to just make sure how many did I move over to get there?
1, 2, 3, 4.
So I can dash from there, right?
Yes, because picking up the item was just an item interaction, which you get 1 free per round. So that
Okay.
did not count it.
Okay. I am going to. How many squares can I move by dash? I'm sorry, it's.
You
12.
can move. You still have 2 movement, and then
So
you can
that's
dash
4
for
squares.
another 6. So you could do
Okay.
8 more.
8 more squares. Okay. So that's 1, 2. I'm gonna stay by Cora for now, just to make sure Cora is safe.
And just so you know, in case you use it, the trident is a thrown weapon. It has a range of 20 feet for its short range or 60 feet for its long range.
Okay, I will put that in my inventory right now. I might need a reminder on that in a second.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't forget your trident.
Thing. Oh, back up to the top.
Right.
All right. Eleanor, you're up. And you're like right next to this wasp.
Yeah, she's going to go ahead and go with. She's going to offhand stab it first, and then she's going to cast Infestation on it.
Okay. You hit it.
And then this. I can't tell how much health this thing has.
You don't know. It is heavily wounded, so it's over
Sorry,
half.
I meant like I can't see its little red thing, or like the health bubble is what I meant. Sorry.
Gotcha. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's red.
Okay.
It's in the red.
Yeah. And she's going to would I be able to use my movement to move Ix behind me?
You would, but you are definitely going to provoke an attack of opportunity.
Right.
You're going to be
Don't do it,
reaching
just move
under
away.
this thing and moving a body. Like that's exposing your back to this thing.
Yeah. Well, Tommy's stabilized, right?
Yep.
He's fine.
You got it.
You hear a
Nothing-
faint wheezing from his puffed up body.
She's like, I hope he's not allergic to stings. Oh well, it's nothing that a good tonic can't wash out.
Right. And you said you were gonna cast Infestation. Oh, you did. What direction did it have to?
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that part.
1 and 2, it can't go there. It's a wall.
Yeah.
Because that's east. So
North is 2, yeah.
oh, north it can't go either. That's you. It it can't move into that space. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So Cora, you're up.
I am going to cast Healing Word on X.
All right. Do note it will bring him back up, but he will still be paralyzed for an hour.
Okay.
Which means even if he has hit points, he's going to be laying there unable to do.
Okay, actually, then that will change what I'm going to do. I'm
Yeah.
going to cast Sacred Flame again.
Okay. Dodge. Lost 1. Gonna fly as you see the wasps come in, and it's gonna land and begin like grasping at the pants of Ix's, like the end of Ix's pants, trying to grab his leg with its mandible. Wasp 2 is going to try and attack Eleanor. Well, the 20 is gonna hit.
Love how I was just 1 away. Could I, instead of taking all of that, use my reaction to boost my AC by 5?
Oh, you have shield prepared.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
So we actually just get rid of that, and you just boom, you burn the slot. You do the reaction. Yeah.
Yeah.
+5 will definitely keep that thing at bay. The kobolds are listening to their master. They're too far away, and there's too much going on to realize that it's their master that's down.
I'm their master. I'm the liaison. Gork is the master.
Checking this is the right room he was going for. Yeah, this is the room. All right. Lizard King has got to the room he wanted to. Gork. You're up.
Okay, Gork is going to shoot at which wasp is it? Wasp 2?
Yep.
Maybe. Do I have him targeted? Yeah. Okay. I would like to re-roll that.
Yep. That's what they're there for.
I would like to re-roll that.
Nice.
All right.
At it. All right, boom. And the wasp body falls onto Ix.
Excellent.
It's actually really good. It makes it too heavy for the other wasp to drag Ix into their lair.
Did I get stung again when it fell on me?
No,
You say no. Thank God.
I'm not going to be that.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right. Dreamer, is there anything you're doing?
I mean, Ix is the only one that's getting hurt, right?
Ix is supremely hurt. You did
Yeah.
see Eleanor throw up a shield spell. So, like, she threw up a magic wall just in
Okay.
time to keep herself alive.
I would like to move a bit closer, probably behind Gork.
Okay.
So right there, I think. And then I want to throw a javelin.
Oh, a javelin, not the spear. Okay. Or
Well,
trident.
I want to hold on to this trident for now.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna throw a javelin.
So you'll be throwing it at the one that's out.
Giant wasp 1.
Yeah, giant wasp 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have. Oh, that's gonna hit even with the -2. So yeah, you're good.
Okay, and then let me get that.
It's like trying to grasp the wasp falls. A javelin hits it in the head.
I would like to use a hero point to add an extra d6.
Yup.
Yeah.
5 damage. Hurts it pretty badly. Not enough to be
Okay.
heavily wounded, but pretty badly. And with that, since it is 10:30, and that's what we call it on Tuesdays, we'll pick up this fight next week.
Okay.
All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We actually had some really high numbers, flipping in, flipping out. You remember, if you were here watching and you want to affect, if you've been watching, you've been gaining Twitch channel points. So next week, feel free to use them if you wanna. But we will catch you guys next time. Bye.